Hi, I'm Bozo and I'm a Kiri main. On my SUZU guide, I got the question, how do you deal with Junker Queens baiting SUZU in higher ranks? This is a really good question, and as always, the answer is going to be different for different comps, as well as in ranked versus in a scrim environment. Let's talk about Teamplay first, because while ranked has relatively much lower comms and coordination, you asked about high ranks, so I'm going to assume that your team has decent awareness of ults and CDs available and team comp knowledge. For Teamplay. In a team environment, you may be on a mirror comp, meaning you yourself have a queen and a Lucio, and the enemy queen has the same backline. Aside from composition though, team play also means that 1. You have the opportunity to make set plays, and predetermined plan Bs if those plays don't work. But also, 2. The enemy team as a whole will more diligently look to force your SUZU for their queen. If your SUZU is forced, a good response from your team is that your queen can immediately ult, which antis their queen and will most likely keep her from ulting. If enemy queen does ult, it will likely be a few seconds later, which gives your team the time to reposition or spread out. At worst, their queen gets SUZU'd and can then ult your backline, going for a backline trade. And at best, that queen has no SUZU and dies and you win the fight. If your queen does not have ult, but your team does have beat, your Lucio can beat for queen ult if SUZU gets forced. Now let's talk about ranked. There's going to be less coordination in ranked, both on your team and the enemy team, so we rely a lot on the awareness and adaptability of ourselves and our teammates. Less coordination means it's more likely that the person focusing you to bait SUZU is the enemy queen herself. The good news is, queen plays the game pretty front to back, is not going to flank you, and you can outrange her. When enemy queen ult is on the table, play your life and make her and her team work very hard to force your SUZU. Be very aware of your teammates' positions and where your best TP option is at all times. If you happen to get knifed, TP out to a safe spot in your backline, but not so far away or out of LOS of the queen that she can immediately ult your frontline in your absence. If your team is playing very aggro and you are considering using SUZU, assess everyone's positions as well as the queen's. Would she have a good rampage here? Are the heroes that she would catch in her rampage heroes that can cleanse themselves? Should I let one teammate die and hold SUZU, because if I do not, she will get a 4-man rampage and immediately win the fight? Who is that teammate? Are they our win con, or are they tradable? Or is our team currently spread out enough that she probably won't ult? And sometimes it can go a long way just saying something to your team to remind them that SUZU is not going to be as available this fight. It's ranked. They may not be in chat or listen to your reminder, but for those teammates who do, it can inform their playstyle a little better so you aren't put in a bad position later that fight. In the case that there is an enemy flanker that is consistently forcing your CDs, stay vigilant and play positions where TP is your get out of jail free card, not your SUZU. This often means starting on an off angle and TPing back to a teammate in your team's core if you have one, and ideally one who can either heal you, like an Ana, or deter the flanker from following up on your TP, like a Cass, Torb, or Mei. Hope this helps. What other heroes do you guys find it hard to play Kiri into? Let me know.